Hi guys, Leslie here. What is up? I am coming to you guys with another video of how's college going. So, wow, has it been a while? I actually saw my video of the first time I said how was college going. That was like my first year. Yeah, that was my freshman year, my first semester of college. And oh my goodness, have I been through a lot. So at first I said I wanted to like be updating you guys every semester on how life is going, but I feel like every semester was just very different, and it has been an experience, let's just say, with that. And I feel like I have changed so much. The person I was at 18 when I did that video is completely different to the person I am now, 21. I am about to be 22 in like about 4.5 months. It is crazy, guys. So it is the year 2022, and this was actually supposed to be my graduation date. We are in April 2022, and technically, since I graduated high school in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2022, this is the year that I was supposed to be graduating, guys. And is that happening? No, it is not. It actually, I never thought that this was gonna happen to me, and I'm a little bit upset. But let's talk about everything that I've been through this whole college experience, and why I'm not graduating this year, and just what is going on with my life and my career life. Basically, I'm not gonna focus on anything else in my life, just career wise and my education. Also, I'm gonna be reading my notes, so if you see me, oh my gosh, they look so neat. If you see me looking at my notebook, down, is because I'm looking at my notes of what I'm speaking on. Okay guys, I paused because I wanted to take that, I had like a shirt over there and it was just bothering me. So I had to like go take it out and like start my video again. I started college of business, and when I was 17, graduating high school, I was doing medical assisting, right? I was gonna graduate from medical assisting school. And my teacher from then didn't send me to an externship because she told me that she didn't want to put her name out there, that she recommended me to go work at a clinic. You know, she just didn't feel like I had the skills to be in a clinic, right? She didn't trust me. And boy, did that make me upset. It made me lose my confidence in wanting to be in healthcare and wanting to pursue medicine. And I've always had self-doubt. I've always been insecure about the person that I am, because I've had so many people in my life doubt me. But boy, have I proven them wrong. Right? And we like to do that. We like to do that, right? Like if somebody tells me, like, I've had so many times when people are like, oh, she doesn't do this well. She doesn't, you know, and I'm very like determined to prove them wrong, prove them I can do anything that I put my mind to do. So like, I don't know what's up with people doubting me, but it just motivates me to do even better. So yeah, I started college. After that, well, before, when I was deciding on a degree, I just had already decided, you know what, I'm not gonna do healthcare. My teacher told me I wasn't good. At that point, I kind of was giving up on healthcare, and I was thinking, well, because I do like healthcare and medicine, maybe I can go into management for like healthcare, right? Like, so that was why I decided to go with business and healthcare. And I was just gonna do that. I was just gonna graduate in 4 years and maybe consider getting my MBA, which that's master's in business. But you know, it wasn't decided. I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna graduate with that for 4 years and whatever, right? Like, it's gonna be an easy career, and you know what? Either way, going into medicine like was gonna take me more years, and it was gonna be harder. So let's chill, let's take our time, right? I got to a point where I wanted to start working in college, right? My first semester of college, I didn't work. It wasn't until my second semester of college where I was like desperate for money. That's kind of where it started. I was kind of desperate for money, you know, I wanted to buy new clothes, and so I was looking for a job. And at first I was applying to like retail jobs and just like Starbucks and all of this. And they're just like regular jobs, right? That you don't really need a certificate or nothing for, right? All you need is like to be have some type of customer service and somebody to have faith in you. But my mom, because nobody was calling me back, my mom was like, you know what, why don't you apply for medical assisting job? And I told her, you know what, like, I'm not gonna get accepted because I you know, don't have my externship. I didn't do those practical hours, so I just have my certificate, but it might not even be valid because like a lot of jobs require you to have some type of experience, which you get that from externship, and which sucks. Like it sucks that you need like practice to get hired somewhere, because if you don't get that practice, like you won't get hired anywhere. So I started applying to jobs, and I went in. I got my first callback, and I went in for the interview, and I was really hopeful. I actually when I went in for the interview, I was like, you know what, no matter what they say, my pay is gonna be like, I don't care if they pay me minimum wage, I'm accepting the job because I'm desperate into getting some sort of experience, right? So yeah, like I said, that provider, it was a small clinic, a private clinic, and the provider there was obviously the owner, and she was like, okay, since you don't have your externship hours or whatever, you don't have any experience, I can only pay you minimum wage, which I started off at $10.99, and this was only like 3 years ago. So you know, I accepted the job, and my mom was waiting for me outside because I didn't have a car at that time, so she drove me to my interview. So when I went outside, I was like, I accepted the job. I was so excited, and my aunt also stopped by because my mom had told her that I was in my first like job interview for medical assisting, and she was like, oh my gosh, Neha, like how much are they gonna pay you? And I was like, $10.99, like all excited, right? She was like both their faces were like so upset. They were just like what? And I just was like, you know what, I told him, I was like, well, like I need to get my foot in the door, right? Like I need to work, like, you know, like, or I'm just gonna volunteer my time into a clinic, right? Like ask any clinic if they need help, and I'm just gonna volunteer. So that happened. I started working as a medical assistant throughout college, and I got fired from that job, and then I went over to another place, you know. And you know what, I can probably talk about my medical assisting experience in another video, because I know when I just said I just got fired, I got let go or whatever, it sounds really harsh, but whatever the case, let's continue on. So yeah, I kept on getting medical assisting. I went to another medical assisting job, and I realized that I love medicine. Oh my gosh. And like just being around patients, asking for their history, like medical history, and just like doing all these lab analysis, listening to what doctors give them about like their lab results, everything just amazes me in medicine. Like I realized this is where I need to be. I realized that I want to be more health and medicine based rather than like business based. So that's kind of when I started seeing the idea of, you know what, I'm gonna try to continue on my education to do something in healthcare, but I'm still gonna stay in business, because healthcare, like getting into like medicine, like medical school, is really competitive, and if I don't get in, you know, I don't want to be with like a lame biology degree. No offense to those of you that have a biology degree. I just like, if I not to get into medical school, like I don't want to end up working in a lab, and it's just not for me, right? I know you guys get paid well, I know it's a good career too, and it's interesting, but it's not for me for long term. And so I was like, you know what, if I'm to do something long term that's not like becoming a provider in any way, like a healthcare provider, I would rather do business, like do some sort of management. And so yeah, I continued staying in business and healthcare. My classes started getting difficult, and accounting was a factor that did it for me. So this is now year 2020, right? I'm a sophomore, my second year sophomore, and I'm taking my accounting 2 class, and I didn't understand anything. Then we go on to online because it was COVID period, and yeah, I did not understand anything. That's probably the first class I failed, and I was really upset, and I tried it again that summer, and I passed, but then I had to go to another accounting class, and then I failed again. So you guys, like, it was really hard. Accounting was very hard for me, and it was just one of those subjects where at first I was beating myself over it, but I talked to my counselor about it, and he said, you know what, like some subjects are just not meant for you, right? Like I don't know what you can do about it. You know, I don't know. I didn't really give up because I told him I wanted to continue trying, but I did continue trying, and other classes in business though were just not it for me. And though I didn't fail them, they were just like, I was just getting C's, you know, and it wasn't helping my GPA because I was like, I'm not even into these classes. Why am I even taking them? So now fast forward to the summer before this senior year, so summer of 2021, I decided to change my major to health sciences. And with health sciences, I am focusing in integrated care, which is more focused in like, you know, being critical thinking, counseling, you know, to equal a better outcome for the patients. And I haven't really seen them jobs that you can do with it, but just because I'm taking it like a little step and I know that I have to further my education, you know, from this. I have to, like, I don't know, like, I have no other option. I want to continue my education after I get my bachelor's degree. So I'll be applying to grad school maybe next semester. Let's hope I get in, right? Let's be praying for it. So yeah, now I'm doing health sciences with also a minor in biology. Is college hard? College, I think, is somewhat hard. Once you start getting like, you know, to your sophomore year, junior year, senior year, I mean, this is technically not really my senior year because since I just moved majors, so we still have to see like how that senior year of like practicals goes, but it gets hard. Although I've never had like sleepless nights, there are nights that I have had only like 3 hours of sleep because I stayed up like stressing over an exam. But I feel like I've gotten better at like managing my stress with school. Okay, no, there's times that I get really stressed. Let's not lie about that. But I feel like there has been moments where I'm just like, okay, you know what? Like, whatever happens, happens. And you know what? We end up passing and everything's cool and chilled out, right? There's only so much we can control, right? If you did not study for an exam, you know, what's going to be the outcome? You're going to fail. Easy as that. And that's where I kind of started seeing things more as black and white. Like, you know what? Like, study and you'll see the outcome. Don't study, you will also see the outcome. You know, like, I start taking like consequences more into consideration, right? Obviously, if you input your work and time into stuff, you're gonna pass. Like, you have nothing to chill, and I mean, you have nothing to worry about. But something I did do that was very dumb was I was working at a job at an urgent care, which is full-time, so I was putting in 40 hours weekly, and that was very hard while being a full-time student. And a lot of the classes I did really bad in. Well, by really bad, I mean like get C's, right? Because like the point is to continue having really high GPA each semester so you can, you know, if you want to further your education, you have that GPA requirements. But yeah, that's something I advise you guys. Do not become a full-time do not work full-time if you're gonna be a full-time student. And yeah, so, but overall, college is not hard. I think you know, like many times people are like, oh my gosh, it's so hard. Yeah, it's hard because you have deadlines and there's times that you have to choose, you know, staying in at home and like studying rather than going out with your friends. You know, everybody has different schedules, so that's the hard part really, just because like sometimes you have to choose doing your work rather than enjoying yourselves and having fun, right? Or like watching Netflix or something like that. COVID has, I think in some ways it's been easier, but in some ways it is kind of hard because a lot of my classes have been now online. I only, like right now this semester, I only have 2 classes that are in person, and one of them is I'm a mentor at the communications lab in our campus, and so I have to go for that class and I have to go in for my shifts of, you know, when I'm a mentor. And I also have my other class that's biostatistics, which technically I could have done online, but I really wanted to do that in person just because I love math and I thought it would be interesting to have that class in person. And friends, in the friends aspect, I literally only have the same one friend that I started college with. Other than that, I haven't really made friends because of COVID, of course. You know, a lot of the classes were online and there's nothing you can, you know, it's really hard to make friends online, you know, because if you have a group project, you're only gonna work with them probably for that group project and that's it. Like, you know, like, why would you, like, you don't even get to talk about like your personal life because you're just talking about whatever assignment you guys need to complete to enter it, right? And I feel like I've heard a lot of people say that they're online students and they don't even like go to campus for anything. But I think if you're a person going into college, I would suggest you going to campus just because you want to get a little bit of that college experience. Even if you're a commuter, even if you don't live there, you still, you know, you get to see what a college class is like. And I feel like many online classes don't feel like that. Now, let's talk a little about how I'm being a mentor. I feel somewhat involved more now with my college. Like, because I'm a mentor. I'm a part of like a program at my school. And it's really fun. And I don't even need it for my major. I just decided to do it because it's something I ended up having a passion for. You know, this professor that I had for public speaking just honestly kind of changed my life because I feel like I have become a better person in professionalism, and I feel like I can be a leader now. Like the way that I'm getting better at like giving constructive feedback. I am less nervous to talk in front of people, but I still do, right? Like if you put me on the spot, but like if I'm prepared and well planned, I feel like I can give a better speech. And I have become a little bit more social during college. But again, I am kind of still that same introverted person. So college can change you in so many ways. It has definitely made me feel more professional, and I feel like I have improved in that aspect in communication in a professional setting. Okay, like the person me socially is kind of still the same. But okay, lastly, any advice for you guys? I guess my first biggest advice was, do not work full-time if you're a full-time student. Another advice I suggest is do not be afraid to take a class. You know, don't, you know, follow your dreams, follow your passions, right? Like I have always wanted to overcome my fear of public speaking. So what I do, I sign myself up for a public speaking class. And what I do after that, I sign myself up for an advanced public speaking class. What did I do after that? I am now a mentor for public speaking. So it is like, oh my gosh, I dropped my notebook. So it's like, I ended up liking public speaking so much, and I kind of love that class in which I am now a public speaking like mentor, and I never thought I would be there. And it is a good resume builder too, you know, and I think I've learned so much from being there. And it wasn't even required for my major. What I'm doing right now, it's not even a requirement for me to be a mentor there. Another advice I want to suggest to you guys is follow your heart, right? And I'm saying like in a career wise, like do not listen to what people have to say about you. And this is coming from that freshman girl that, you know, that girl before going to freshman year that I was like, you know what, like maybe I'm not meant to be in healthcare. No, do not care about that. Like I was, you know, first of all, that teacher let me down, like put me down. And the other thing was thinking of like becoming a doctor was like, oh my gosh, like I'm not gonna end up being like a licensed, being able to practice medicine and be a provider until I'm like 29. Guys, the years go by flying so fast. Do not care about the time. If you want to be a lawyer, and even if you're gonna graduate to you're like 30, do it. You're not gonna be happy if you don't do it, right? If that's what you're truly passionate about. I am passionate about medicine. There's nothing else that makes me more, okay, I'm saying like in career wise. Don't think that that's the only, you know, my only biggest passion in life, right? Because I love many other things, but like in career wise, I do not see myself in any setting besides working in medicine. So, you know, I really wish I would have started college in like a health degree already, you know, like more of a health sciences, like what I'm doing now, health sciences, or maybe even taking that leap of faith, like, you know, let's just do biology. I know I'm gonna get into medical school, like not care, you know, like know that I am gonna get there because I'm gonna get there. And you know, but I think that's my biggest advice is if you are a student going into you know, if you're a high school student that you're barely gonna go into college and you are looking to apply into school and you don't know what major to choose, or you're afraid, you're doubting yourself, don't. At the end of the day, you might end up just switching back to the major that you really wanted originally. Now, because I switched my major, I obviously have to be in school for a whole another year for my bachelor's degree. And I didn't have to. Oh yeah, I didn't have to, because I could have graduated this December, but I decided to graduate next May just because I want to finish all my science classes and I haven't finished them. So basically for my career, the career change for my major, just to graduate, I would be able to graduate this December, which would just be 1 semester more. But I myself think it's easier to just like pace myself a little bit more and really consider what I'm going to do post graduating from my bachelor's degree. I don't mind it. It's just a semester more. It happens, right? And at first I was really worried that I was getting older and I'm like, I'm not done with my bachelor's degree, but don't put pressure on yourself. I feel like everybody has a very different career path, you know. There's some people that, and don't compare yourself, don't put other people down, but I do think like, oh my gosh, there's people that are still in community college and they haven't been able to switch, they're like my age, you know, and they haven't been able to switch over to university, so they're still gonna have to graduate way later after me. You know, just an example, you know, but again, do not put people down. That is not what I'm encouraging. I'm just saying, like, everybody's situation is different and you could have it way worse, right? It's just a year. And yeah, guys, I mean, a year is a bit of a difference, right? But it does also go fast. Okay, guys, so that is pretty much it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I just want to share my so far college experience, and I don't know, I hope I'm posting more videos coming soon, you know, and not just like talking about myself, but like just doing stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give my video a thumbs up down there if you like what I shared. If you have any questions for me, feel free to message me on Instagram. I don't know, leave a comment down below. You guys know the drill. So yeah, guys, bye.